Yo, 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 good morning. Let me know if the music is alright or if it's too quiet or too loud. Should be fine though, I think. So the only thing I added from last night's levels into this morning was the pre-market high. I didn't even bother adding the pre-market low because it's nothing new. But make sure to read over the game plan over here. There's news right after the open. A little piece of advice down here at the bottom. Chart link, all that good stuff. But I'm going to turn off the extended hours real quick. Actually, wait. Let's go through these first. Then we'll do that. Updated the SPX chart the other day, so if you check out wherever I post that, you should already have it. So I'll have that as well. Apple seems to have gotten a big move to the downside. Held 169.70s. We're now right back to square one. So nothing really new. The chart just might look a little scary. Microsoft, potential holdover previous day close. Big thing too that happened last night is that we are right next to a very major shoulder. We actually bounced there last night. If I turn individual crap back on, there we go. You can see that orange area, the major shoulder. We actually went right down to it last night, popped right back off of it. So we touched a very major support the other night. Very important to know that. And then we'll turn this back off now. Good morning, everybody. Dollar took a drop this morning. Good looks. Music's good. Thank you. I like how SPY acting. Pre-market to me, top is set. Yeah, we'll see. It looks like some major resistance, though, is definitely being had right here. If you guys remember the live stream yesterday, this is actually where the majority of us were entering puts after the news. So this is where a lot of bears came in yesterday after news. Then you have your major resistance after popping back up right here that we never once got back over. So Mel is right. You know, there is a lot of resistance basically between here. So you want to keep that in mind. I like that mention, though. Good morning, Maxon. Good morning, everybody who's in here. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. It helps out the channel a lot. Tech is moving. Healthcare sideways. Banks moved up higher. Discretionary moved higher. And comms moved higher. So 4 out of our top 5 moved up higher. Healthcare, our second largest, is kind of sideways. So keep that in mind. What levels are around? What levels are they going to try to push towards? What can they break over? And if they do pull back, what do they go towards? Good morning, everybody. Yeah, Monday we had a public live stream. Tuesday we did a private live stream with just us live trading. And then here we are again with the normal live stream again. Glad to have you all back here again. We had some fun yesterday. We're going to do that again on next Tuesday. So tomorrow we should have either no stream or a normal stream. I think we'll have a normal stream. And then Friday, of course, full day Friday. How can you forget that? $438, $439 area being rejected. This is actually a perfect game plan for NVIDIA. You're basically looking outside of this or this. Anything inside is stuck in range. So you're basically watching outside of 430, 250s up to 439. So pretty wide area for you guys who like to trade in between supply and demand. AMD's is kind of set between like 100 and 150 and like 99. Pretty wide. SMH is right as a resistance is why. It's kind of the same thing with a lot of big weights right now. Amazon fighting 126. It's the wrong chart. Oh, it's a level either way. Meta started lower than the range. So it looks like you're looking to see can they retake 299 to 300s. If not, Meta is very bearish. But see if they can retake. Considering other weights in that sector are holding. We're back to SPY. Might as well go to the flexible grid. Down here is the 30 minute. Right here we got the 5 minute. One here we got the 1 minute. Good morning, good morning. Glad to have you all. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Dondu. Sorry. Y'all messing with me or something? Better watch yourself. Maybe that's what I'll do from now on. I'll leave the bigger time frame levels on for the 30-minute chart, and then when we look at the 1 and 5, we'll be looking at the kind of everything information chart. I think I'll do that from now on. Just to give you guys an update, though, we had some news come out. I'm going to reload it. We had some news come out already this morning. You have some more news coming out in about 10 minutes. You have both composite numbers being released, both PMI numbers being released, sorry. And then at 9 o'clock, you have more news coming out. Looks like you have a Fed speaker 25 minutes after that. 5 minutes after that, you got crude oil inventories coming out after that. And then you have Fed's Goolsby's twice today later on. And then, of course, the China holiday. Tomorrow, we have the trade balance and jobless claims. This is a big focus on the week. That next day, next very important piece of information, very important data. Non-farm payrolls and unemployment rate coming out right after. So very big news days coming out both tomorrow and Friday. So just remember, we're kind of in the more heated part of the week in terms of news coming out. So just understand that. Put that over here. Reload. More economic data this morning. So oil prices are declining. Shortly after the open, the final September S&P Global Services PMI reading will be released, following by the September. Oh, we already said that. These guys are later than me. Come on, man. Y'all gotta be quicker than me on that. Here we go. Equity indices in the Asia-Pacific region ended the midweek session on a mostly lower note, while markets in China remained closed for a holiday. There was a speculation about China intervening in the foreign exchange market after the yen saw a brief spike against the dollar that was largely reversed over the next few hours. Meanwhile, Japan's 10-year swap rate reached 1%, creeping up to the Bank of Japan's yield curve control limit. South Korea's manufacturing PMI remained in holy crap, I can't speak. In territory for the 15th month in a row, while Australia's services PMI reflected the first expansion in 3 months. The Reserve Bank of New Zealand left its official cash rate at 5.5% as expected. So if you guys care about anything in regards of international news, that was a lot of your bigger news this past night. And I only wanted to read it because of the big thing that's happening between the yen and the dollar. If you guys did not know, it's very important because Japan holds the largest amount of United States debt. Yes, we have trillions of debt, and a little over $1 trillion is held by Japan. So it's very important if they, make big moves, because our markets are literally connected. So I wanted to make that aware. Ugh. If I see any more come out, I'll read them. Right now, we're just seeing what the open looks like. What is going on this chart? Oh, it's this one. Don't touch, just straight up. SPY pushing higher towards the pre-market high. That's that 423.28 level you see right there all by itself. I see Apple going green. SPX also pushing over a short-term resistance. Apple is at previous day close. Microsoft pushing through that 317. They lost that a couple days ago as well as yesterday. Nvidia pushing over 438.439, trying to hold on to the previous day close as support. So again, not just rocket launching out of nowhere. SMH trying to break out, which is your semiconductor ETF. Amazon pushing over the next area as well at 126.20. Again, when in doubt, you know, you're looking at a gap up or a gap down. You're basically looking for whatever's next. Like here in Tesla's case, previous day high. You can see they're pushing through that. Google, big move. Let's see if Meta recovered. Meta did recover after the lower open under 298.50, or at 298.50, sorry. And Netflix still just kind of slowly toting higher. So really just a lot of things just grinding up. Looks like an inevitable slowdown will happen, though. And we'll have a pullback. We'll see if they hold that pullback, and we'll see if they want to pump it from that. If they end up making a lower high from that or any kind of double top, that is going to possibly bring short-term pullbacks on the intraday time frames. Japan cannot adopt the dollar. If you heard what I said, they literally hold over $1 trillion of our debt. So the yen can literally not go anywhere. Or the won, however you pronounce it. I think I said it right. So I really don't see that happening. Argentina is only doing that because their country sucks and they're deteriorating per second. They're worse than we are. But Japan is not. Japan is not even close to that. So, excuse my voice cracking again. But I genuinely believe all of that is just because it's Argentina. It has nothing to do with the dollar is just an amazing... I mean, the dollar is always going to be the strongest, but... That's just because of math. That has nothing to do with, oh, we're better than you or anything. No, it has nothing to do with that. Any retesting? Yeah, you hope. Daffy's and AMD puts 100. I can see why you like that. Yeah, Argentina's screwed. It's not like that was a solution. Thank you for saying that. It's not like going to the dollar is going to help their country. I don't know what's going to help their country, to be honest with you. They tried so many different things up to this point. New leaders, new currencies, new this, new that. It's just, that country's fallen through. Kind of sucks. Good job, Mel. Alexis screaming poots. Because, yeah, we made it up to pre-market high and rejected. Remember, one of the main focuses right here is rejections of pre-market high is very possible with news coming after the open. So watch to see it as previous day close or previous day low hold or break. Again, because they could come down here, try to break previous day close. They could try to break the previous day lows. These are the two main points of breakdown. This is your main point of potential rejection, where bulls can also try to get over, retest, and show you that they want to try to reach higher levels towards that previous day open, towards that previous day high, and we got a couple bigger time frame levels there. So, as you guys can see, very clear, very concise plan ahead of you. Does that make sense to everybody? If you guys like this game plan, let me know. Maybe I'll start typing it like this more. But personally, I like this a lot more because it actually gives you a concise, okay, look, this is what you have. It's not just levels, you know, there is a little bit more to it. But that's our game plan for the day. We have over 75 people in here. You guys are crazy. Almost 100 people have joined the stream today. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. It helps out the channel a ton. And welcome, everybody. Glad to have you all. Wherever you come from. If USO, which is US Oil, fills the September 1st gap, I'll send B a T-bone steak in the mail. SPX couldn't hold 42.44, struggling where it struggled yesterday. Sandollar said the trade plan rocks because it helps you to see what is in front of you 100%. Not just, right's there, but, what's next. I like what you said there. Just a small worm up 26% and out. U.S. oil fills September 1st gap. Let me go see this chart since a steak is since a steak is at stake. So he said the September 1st gap. So you're meaning this then. Which it's really like right here. Oh, they're not even breaking into it yet. They're just breaking that candle's close. They're not even into the gap yet. That's not that big of a drop though. I don't know if you should make that bet. Cause look, it cracked 77.39. I mean, it might as well go smack 76.92, and then whether it holds that or not is a different question. You might get a reaction here, or a slowdown per se, but yeah, you need a break of 77.39 to reach 76.92. That is a fact. We'll see though. How do you eat your steak? Currently watching you from Ukraine. Everybody welcome Diana. That's pretty awesome. Which ticker is that? That was US Oil. USO. That was what Alexis brought up. Medium rare, yeah. I was gonna say that's pretty much the only answer you can give me. Any other answer wouldn't have been acceptable. I'm sorry to tell you. No, you're good. You're good, Sandollar. I figured I'd repeat it. Totally fine. Dondu and Creator eat steaks the same way because they're both animals. Tesla doesn't care what the market has going on. Yeah, for real. Every time I look over, this percentage is ticking. I saw it dip down a little bit just by looking at the percentage, and then I saw it started going green again. It was like, Jesus, this thing doesn't care. And then right as I saw that, I read your comment. Nomly, good job, Benny. Shut up, Creator, I swear. Glaze, copium. Elpis ratio. SPX pulling back still. They're still above today's open, yesterday's close, yesterday's previous day low demand. Same story for SPY. Nothing new to report on yet, team. How'd you guys sleep? Hopefully you slept decent, if you slept at all. Yeah, Tesla Apple, Tesla Apple, Tesla Apple. React just comes in here and says, bang, thank you, Tesla. That's how you know somebody had a good trade going. When they start it with bang. Slept like a baby, cried all night, and blanked myself. I see Apple is positive again as well. They are breaking over previous day close. A very positive sign, guys. Why is that? Why is it important if Apple and Microsoft move higher for there to be any more bullish confirmations on SPY? Can somebody explain that to me? Why is Apple and Microsoft so important? Who knows? I know you know. Exactly, heavy weights. But what about them, though? What about them being weights? What else can we say about that? You were number 12 on the likes and number 27? Shh, don't tell YouTube. React said 250 to 253. Beautiful job, man. $3 move, that is massive on Tesla. I know other people argue with that, but they're synced up, yes, but what about them? What are the weights? What do y'all mean by heavy weights? Apple and Microsoft. In what regard are those heavy weights? What would you say about that? Oh, thank you, Evis. I just saw your reply. You said Japan would lose 30 to 40% of the face value of those bonds and notes because they would have to sell at the current rates. If rates go up, face value goes down. Makes sense to me. Kind of retweeting in the Discord Misi's post on SPX. I like how clean that looks. Garden Trader got it though. I checked Discord. She said king and queen of the market. Exactly. They are the top two weights of the SPY market, not just the heavy weights. What are they? They're the number 1 and the number 2 by a long shot. So it is very important when these two move. So if you guys knew that they were big weights, good job. Exactly. King and queen. Jacko got it. Sand got it. Oh, Sand you were off a little bit. No, Microsoft is number 2. Never forget that. It's never going to change, most likely. I mean, one of these two companies would have to almost go under. One of these companies would almost have to create something new that just sends them through the roof and catches them up. But they're, again, not even close. They're not even halfway. So, yeah, Apple and Microsoft by a long shot. Followed up by Amazon, Nvidia, Google, Tesla, Google Class B. No, that's Google Class C, sorry. Meta, Berkshire Hathaway, and then United Health Group. Again, you could see healthcare, bank, discretionary, tech, discretionary, tech. So you can see a lot of our top 5 sectors kind of being mixed in there already. Pullback continuing. They are breaking back under. Potential 3-bar play to the downside here after we hit today's high, possibly. If you get a break of today's open, you could possibly just go for a gap fill and a slowdown. If you break under the today's open and the previous day close, very high probability chance that you're going to want to go test the previous day low demand. Whether they touch the top or bottom of that is a different question. If they break this previous day low demand, that is where you can look for larger pullbacks. What is going on with my chart? There we go. All right, let's leave the next level underneath in sight so we can see that it's visible. We see our pre-market high here. Remember, the wicks aren't as important on a potential 3-bar play as it is as the previous candle's close and that next candle's open are the same, and the fact that it doesn't break over and close over the halfway point of that previous candle, making it a potential 3-bar play, regardless of the wicks. The wicks just give you more information on what kind of candle you're getting in between. We can see that we're getting a very indecisive candle afterwards. They hit today's open. We're getting a bid hit. That makes sense to me. Nothing crazy. It just shows it's not as aggressive of a pullback from that pre-market high. It's the only information you've gotten out of that. What's going on? Oh, okay. I moved my mouse off the screen. That was weird. Jeff Perry, good question, but that is kind of perspective, so no, in a sense, but also yes. So it's really all perspective. I would say that definitely doesn't help. But it is a big piece of news that can send the markets up. So we'll see what happens off of that. But honestly, I just don't think... I think it kind of comes into the levels of importance. And I would just say that one's... And I know you're going to hate me for saying this, but... it's just not as important. I mean, people just don't give a shit, honestly. It's just not that important compared to what's actually important right now, which is inflation, which is the Fed, which is, are they going to keep being aggressive? Are they going to get more aggressive? Are they going to pull back from what they've been doing? You know, that's really the focus on a lot of people's minds when it comes to the market. I really don't think people give a shit about the ousting the other day, though it is very significant, which again hasn't happened since, what was it, like 1865, 1876 or something? Nobody's been ousted as fast or let go as fast since then. I mean, that's just mind-blowing. So trust me, I think it's significant. I just don't think people in the stock market give a shit. But yeah, Congress can't spend more. They keep having these meetings that put out, you know, maybe 45 days of funding. I mean, at least it's what they tell us. So the government shutdown can be, you know, moved away from. We're in this like very small thread though. I mean, it's like every 45 days we're talking about government shutdown. If it happens again, it's gonna be very, very bad. So we'll see. And yeah, Congress can't spend more. I would love for them to hear you. I would love for them to hear and understand your message you just said to me, because, dear Lord, we blow money on more things than you can imagine. Money we don't have, by the way. I would like to say that at the very beginning. Money we do not have. Print more, you say? Ruin the world economy more, you say? Dilute the dollar more, you say? It's just, we're slowly deteriorating. I'm not complaining, though. The market's here, man. Opportunity is everywhere. At least we got that. But as you guys can see, they actually tapped today's open, turned this candle green. So we have no information after this candle now. We just have a touch of today's open and another indecisive candle. Again, remember, these candles can be seen as a transfer of power. You can see a very strong bullish reversal, retake pre-market high, and send us to the 424s. You can see us go reject this and pull all the way back down, break this, fill the gap, go touch yesterday's low. But those are the two main scenarios in front of you. He said just saying that is anti-inflationary. Let's create our own government. Yeah, let's go do what, who did that? The guy in Africa now? It's, is it Akon? No, it's not Akon. It's someone else. Maybe it is Akon. Somebody has, like, their own country now, though. Doji before the news. Good call out, Dondu. We also had news at 8:45. I guess there just wasn't much reaction to it because there's more news coming. It was Akon? Okay. Icon. Yeah, for real. Florida Trader said factory orders and ISM at 10 a.m. will move the markets. I agree. That is the bigger news coming out today. And welcome all 80 of you. We've had a little over 100 people tune in today. Glad to have each and every one of you. Feel free to drop a like on the stream. It helps out the channel a ton, helps out the streams a ton, helps more people see them. So that helps out a lot. We're looking for a potential rejection here from the pre-market high. If we can get a lower high here or a double top, we are definitely going to be seeing a potential pullback to fill over the overnight gap. And if that breaks, then we're most likely going to be seeing a test of previous day low. So right now, just waiting on the news to come out here in about 2.5 minutes. Dollar is still strong, Daffy reported, which is very important. Yes, German, I can send it over, which should be able to just go get it yourself, though, because there should be a link in that big movie video. If you guys don't know, we did a big, I mean, I made a movie pretty much. Oh, wait, I didn't click the button. Whoops. Hit popular so you know where you're going. And then scroll down right here. Beginning to end my journey, scalp trading SPX, blah, 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 blah. Check out that video. That should have the link and everything in there. Jacob Caesar is also doing something like that in Africa. Damn, that's pretty cool. I think that's kind of cool, honestly. Like, it might be like some people might say that's a waste of time or waste of money, but I don't know. That's kind of cool. You could be like, yeah, I literally started my own country. Yeah, these are literally my people. I literally invented them as my people. That'd be kind of cool. You could name it anything you wanted. It could be the dumbest of names. It could be the most interesting names. That'd be pretty cool. Or just, you know, go to, like, some random country no one's ever heard of. This can be seen as one mark, yes, but right now you're looking to see if we flush because news is about to come out, so it's kind of a don't touch it part of the chart right now. But yes, to answer your question. I just wanted to also make you aware there's news coming out, so even if there was one, it doesn't really matter. Kind of invalidates anything you have. So just point out what happens next. That's what you're looking at. A good breakdown, you know, mental reps. I feel like not enough people do them, but they solve probably the most problems. And while you're doing them, you're not going to think that. While you're doing it, you're going to be using pretty much no energy, but you'll be looking at the chart, envisioning what you want to happen, you know, but also kind of limiting, okay, this is what I'll plan, and then you kind of be reactive off of the plan. If this, then that, you know, if it breaks this level, I'm aiming for this. If it breaks this, I'm exiting, blah, 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 you know, making sure you have both sides of your trade definitely thought about beforehand. Not, oh, let me enter and then I'll start to think about it. Because then that's where a lot of the biggest mistakes happen. And guys, we have 3 very indecisive candles in a row. It really is a free-for-all for who has control in this chart from the open. You do have a higher open. You have a higher low holding that open. You could say bulls are slightly in favor from the open, but you do need a push over the pre-market high. If you get a collapse to 422.90 and today's open, there's a big chance we're testing previous day close and the previous day lows. Give me a thumbs up if you understand. Drop it in the comment section. Drop any kind of emoji to show me that you understand the game plan in front of you as news is coming out. The Republic of Slow J... Oh! I have heard of this, actually. Everybody read what Wise Trader just sent. That's very funny. That's... See what I said? You could name it anything. Slow Jamistan. It's like Afghanistan, but with slow jams. And they're in Africa. Afghanistan, but with slow jam. Afghanistan, but lo-fi. That's so messed up. He has this cool uniform as leader 2, pretty funny. Okay, I gotta see this now. It's real, holy shit. Federal Government Office in Imperial County, California. This is like the episode of Family Guy when Peter has Pitora, his like backyard is his land. How do I look at this? Slow Jamistan uniform. Oh, he does look kind of sick. He looks like the guy in like a beer commercial almost. And guys, market is rejecting. They are pulling down. Here are your numbers on ISM for anybody who's interested. Pullback is hitting. They're breaking under, hitting under today's open. We're smacking previous day close. Now this is the next pivot point you want to focus on. Do they break under this? Do they hold this? This is where a bigger decision can be made if they want to make a larger pullback or not. Same episode where Peter sings Can't Touch. Jesus, you have insane memory. That's pretty funny. %51 Poots. Good job, Carnage. They are breaking under previous day close, so a potential larger pullback could be in store here. Here's your 1 minute, your 30 minute, your 5 minute. Let's see if they retake today's open. Do they want to retest it at all? Do we even get a retest at all? Do they care about that? Do they just want to fill that overnight gap and then launch us to the moon? Definitely still possible. They want to fill this, break previous day lows, and then we'll see under 420 for the first time in a while. We'll see. Hey, King Carnage. At least you're aware, man. It's not about if you're lucky or not. You were prepared with the plan, and it happened to go your way. So you can say there was some luck with news, and you could even say that was dirty money, but still be proud of what you did. But I'm glad you said it. He said, tank it, boy, tank it. Morning, traders. Hope y'all are killing it. Loving the red and green on the scratch pad. Easy on the eyes. Good. I'm glad you like that. I will try to do that more. It was kind of easy on my eyes, too. I also was only, like, a few days ago, years old, when I figured out you could change the colors, even though this has literally been sitting here the whole time. And I'd even changed the colors before an accident. I kind of forgot it was there. But yeah, very helpful. Glad you like it too, because it's definitely what I prefer. Looks like they kind of made it to the halfway point of that range between 420.72 and 422.29. I know we don't have a fib there or anything, but it just looks like a halfway point there. So they broke under previous day close. Now we see, do they maintain under previous day close? Taffy said the dollar is rippy. Looks like they don't want to hold anything. They just want to set to the side. It looks like they want to kind of dump now more. It's just not instantly giving you that move yet. See if more news comes out as well. Let me see when the next one was. I think it was at... Oh no, it was a Fed speaker in 25 minutes or 19 minutes from now. And then crude oil comes out at 9:30. So in 24 minutes. New low of day made. Like I said, it looks like they want to dump more. They just didn't want to give you that instant approval of flushing. They gave you the dump, some sideways action, but they made a new low of day just now. Seems like they're catching a bid yet again. So Bears not getting what they want on the flush. Welcome, all 83 of you. Seriously, there's a lot of people in here. I know it isn't a lot by y'all standards probably, but that is a lot of people. Glad to have each and every one of you. Hope you guys enjoy some of the updates. If you ever have any questions about how the channel is run or anything about some of the videos or what you can go start on or anything like that, feel free to ask. I will point you in the right direction. A big thing with what we do here is we don't really tell people that we're going to make them profitable. Because I hate telling people that shit. That is just such a bullshit lie, hope and dream kind of scheme thing. But what I definitely tell people, and it is the truth, is that I will give you stability and structure. So if you want a solid path ahead of you, definitely tune in more to the streams. Definitely check out some of the content on the channel. Definitely ask questions. Definitely engage. ignore that noise for now. But SPY is pulling back more. Bruh. Come on. There we go. Ignore that noise. SPY pulling back more though. They didn't want to just give up right there. They want to give us the whole shebang. So let's see if previous day low gets tested here or not. I also was just posting that in Discord. I said, good job to anyone who is in the stream focused on the game plan. A lot of you guys were in here when we were going over. How are there more people in here? Where are you guys coming from? I only tweeted it the one time. There's a lot of people in here now. Welcome everybody. Glad to have you all. Where would you recommend looking for news? Don't want to fall into the trap of seeing a setup and not knowing that news was coming out today. This is the only site you ever need. I don't know why more people don't use this. It kind of blows my mind, and it kind of pisses me off that more people use Econoday, which is probably the most dog shit website I've ever seen. Buggy doesn't show you a week out, and honestly, the sign up shit is stupid. But the only use for this website is clicking on some of the definitions. Like, oh, you don't know what JOLTS is? You don't know what job report numbers are? Okay, well, come check this out. You know, it gives you a bunch of good information. That's the only good thing about Econoday. Dog shit website, though. You want to get news, you want to know what's ahead, you want to know what's ahead and on time, you want to know accurate information, you want to know where all the news gets poured into without paying a single dime or having to even sign in. I'm signed in right here, but you don't have to be. It's financialjuice.com. Financial Juice is free. I'm not a paid marketer. I don't even know who runs this site. I just know it's an amazing website. But this is what I read to my chat. This is where I personally post my news from now on. It's the fastest. It updates the most. I can customize it. I can show whatever I want. And every news site pretty much posts to this. They basically just hyperlink everything to one website. This is by far the greatest one. And then if you want a good kind of like updating website, if you don't ever understand like, oh, what's going on today? This right here, briefing.com, again, I don't know anybody. I don't know the people who run the site. Great website. Seriously, I know it's not showing the new update now, but in I think 18 minutes or in 48 minutes, there'll be a new one right here, and it'll read off some really good stuff. But it'll make it easy to understand is what I'm trying to get at. But good question. I feel like a lot of people have that same issue, to be honest with you, because there's so many resources. It's like, what the hell what do I focus on? What do I look at? What do I trust? What's up, Bazzy? Close 421 puts for 50%. Round of applause for Florida Trader. Daffy with another update. Dollar at the pre-market low, weakening there a bit. And then the only earnings website I use, because I've now finally stopped using Earnings Whispers, another hot dog water site. I would check out this one right here, Savvy Trader. I think I know the owner of this. It's the guy. I think it's the guy who runs that stock market news page on Twitter, Evan. I think it's like the same people. If not, I'm just dumb. But this website's super clean. It shows like the logos of the company. You can hover over it for stats. I go to Earnings Whispers. I can't do half of that. You have to click on it and it looks ugly and nothing makes sense and it's just hard to navigate. But Savvy Trader, super clean. But appreciate that question. That was honestly a really good question. Yep, Fed speaker 10:30. Well, 9:30 my time, 10:30. And then you have, I think, a couple more after that, after the, what was it? Crude inventory? Yeah, crude oil inventory after 5 minutes after Fed Bowman, which he is a little bit important. Then you have Goolsby twice after that. One at 9:30 with crude oil time, and then one after close. Tomorrow's trade balance, jobless claims, a couple Fed speakers, including the ECB speaker. And then we have Friday news with non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate, and a couple other ones, but those are the two big ones. And consumer credit end of day Friday. Make sure you guys have a water. Make sure you guys stretch a little bit. Get that blood flowing. You have an indecisive candle here on the 5-minute. After getting an inside bar, an indecisive candle, and a positive print for this possible reversal on the 1-minute, we're seeing that it's just a potential bid hit here on the 5-minute. Again, that's when you have your doji, just an indecisive candle, and then they're just hitting the bid because that's all they can do now. This is still bearish in terms of breakdown, at least inside of the range from open. 30-minute, as you can see, not really helping us out a whole lot. We're just seeing a rejection candle and then a support candle. So very indecisive and possibly seeing a lot more range trading due to that. No, it's not what y'all wanted to hear, but it is a very big possibility that we do not break anything. We could maintain between pre-market high and previous day low for a while just because there is a little bit of room there. If you look, that's about $3 of room. So we'll see how long we range trade between this. The longer we range trade between this, could add energy and fuel to the next breakout outside of 420 and 423s. If you also remember, on the bigger time frame, we did just jump up in the pre-market low off of a major shoulder support from the daily. Very big major supply here, turned short-term demand, and we have yet to get a major support test of this yet. I said this months ago. We just never knew when it would come. We don't know the future. I don't know when we're going to break supports and go do that. I just react. If this breaks, I go to that. If this breaks, I go to that. But so far, a good hold of that big shoulder, at least the top of it. We have yet to see the bottom of it yet. Alright, so news updated. You guys are updated on the market, the sectors, the levels. I guess we can go through some big weights real quick. Apple just kind of still hanging around that high of day. Lower high from yesterday. Microsoft did break back down. They have a lower high here in store possibly. If they can crack under 315, that can bring more sellers. They crack under open, that can bring more sellers, which would be seen on SPY again because Microsoft is the second largest weight of SPY. If you see Apple in sync with that, know that the move down can be strong. Semiconductors also giving off a bearish vibe, bearish retest vibe off of this 144 level. That is a bigger time frame level. SMH is the ETF for semiconductors. Tesla, I know it pulled back, but it is still holding over very important levels and the psychological 250, so just keep that in mind. Google all over the place today. Meta, not so much. They're just kind of chilling to the right, and so is Netflix, which is good. It's good that we're not getting a lot of movement in those. Banks continuing their steep fall off the cliff. If you guys have been watching the past couple weeks, banks have been dropping. Energy the past few days started dropping. Couple big sectors moving now. BA still giving up new lows. That is just awful. Coinbase, looks like they're still pulling back from that retest of 78.20s. Talked about with you guys out on stream. Square, no news on that. We're just kind of watching it continue to sell. Same story for what looks like for Dollar Tree, Dollar General, all kinds of tickers. John Deere looks like it wants to pull back more. Snow. Shot. Nothing new on those. Twilio making a new low. Roblox looking like it wants to finally give off that retest a lot of you guys were looking for last week that just never came. They just kept pumping it. McDonald's still falling off a cliff. MPH large hammer, but again, we saw what happened to the last one right here. Went up, pumped, rejected, instantly back down making a new low. SPY is officially flat on the day. In about 12 minutes, that speaker, or I'm sorry, should be 7 minutes from now. Yeah, at 925. You want 420 today? It would be nice to at least get a better test of this, not just this. Just to show, hey, we held it as support, or hey, we lost it. You know, I don't care what direction, just show me a more direct hit of that area. Lots of SPY puts hitting the tape, bearish. It's from Florida Trader. People are not going to like the Fed talking about higher rates incoming. Yeah, most likely not. Yeah, we cannot forget about that weekly chart, but remember, it is only Wednesday, so we got to give it a little bit more time. But trust me, I am not taking my eyes off those charts. Especially with that one. Personally, I don't have any advice on that topic. Jeff Perry, he asked, brother, what are your thoughts about buying short-term treasuries? I just don't have any experience in it, is the reason. They are seen as a kind of flight to safety area, putting your money, you know, kind of, oh, this is a safe spot to park your money instead of a bank account, blah, blah, blah. I understand that whole thought and theory behind them. Short-term, though, that's a little bit different of a theory, so it's really up to you. I personally don't have any advice or any information on that. There are some older gentlemen in here who could possibly give you some, you know, tips or at least some things they've experienced, because a lot of guys in here who are older than me have invested into short-term, mid-term, and long-term treasuries. So if any of those older guys are in here, feel free to drop a message in here for Jeff. But I just can't give you an answer honestly without making shit up. I'm not here to make shit up just to give you an answer. So sorry I couldn't help you. I'm just not big into. Can it stop doing that? Oh, it was still selected on it. That's annoying. Watching AMD here, new high of day. AMD still picking up a little steam. Good callouts by Deep and Sand$. Creator Trades followed up saying Amazon lead test, which if you guys know what a lead test is, he's looking at lower high breakdowns. Amazon Prime Day coming up soon. Who's ready for that? That's in what, 6 to 7 days, I believe. I've seen traders make and lose a lot on, or leading up to Prime Day especially, but on Prime Day, definitely seeing a lot of wins and losses of multitudes of sizes. But what's everyone looking at? What tickers are you guys personally looking at on your screen? I know you're in my stream, but what are you looking at besides SPY if you are looking at something else? If you're not, it's okay. But just seeing the vibe, seeing what everyone's up to. HYG. The US 10-year and the dollar. Very important, Patrick. Look at that gold star. You're looking good, man. Alexis said on Poots with Cat. Yeah, what's up with those utility stocks, man? I know you named a different sector, but still. Utility stocks off the cliff. XLI off a cliff. Oops, I'm not on the daily yet. It looks worse when I go to these time frames. There we go. Very ugly. But at least they're approaching more historical price action now. Not just, you know, the pump. But yeah, I've been checking these, man. They're pretty sharp declines off these lower highs, double tops, you know, all that stuff. Looks like SPY is going red even more so. Let's go back to that 5-minute chart. See if we get a more established touch or test of this previous day low potential demand. If they end up losing this, larger pullbacks can happen from this. Ranging would be good for bulls. Just know that. If they could range this, it gives them time to possibly try to build back up, build up the strength and confidence. Because it's not just money and volume you're turning around. At this point, you're almost having to turn around the sentiment of the market short term just to get people to buy again. So, what will that take? That will take a lot of buying to the right. A lot of slow, boring price action to make people believe you have seen the bottom. New low of day made by a hair just now. Let's see if they hold it or not. There's our more established touch of that area. See if we get more of it, but at least we got that. You're watching Tilray. I think they have earnings this week, if I remember correctly. You filled the trade floor with charts. I'm happy to hear that, man, because I have not been clicking over. I've been so focused on the stream. Good updates, guys. This is very important to me. So check this out. This is something I kind of got onto everyone about, just to make sure everybody starts posting more correctly in terms of like helping them in the future. But check this out. So like Santana posted about USO beforehand, talking about looking for more downside, right? And then you go down here. Whoops. You go down here and here's an update. Oh, check out my play. I actually got into one. I'm taking profit. Here's my review. And now he has this done. Now afterwards or later on down the day, he can re-update the chart. He can talk about potential movements on the chart, what's next, you know, what to look for. And then you can see the same thing here. Cat filled the gap, looking for a bounce here if dollar continues to weaken. He already had it posted beforehand. That's his update. Here's his initial analysis. So it's just something I got onto everyone about, and I'm really happy to see from both Ripcord and Santana again, because very, very important that you're able to post beforehand, during, and afterwards, so you get the full effect of that trade and the movement of the chart you were trying to tell the story on. It's not about being right or wrong, it's just about updating it correctly. Good job, Burok, posting about NQ and SPY futures. Late fill, but scalped as planned. Kick-ass job. Everybody's on fire, see? Posted beforehand, posted with the game plan, post with results. This is what I like to see. That is trading. That is how trading is done. Great job. Good job, Taylor. On the 15%. I also like the reasoning and the breakdown. That helps out a lot. Tilray had earnings before open today, and now it's up. Oh, okay, that's what I was reading then. Today at Power Hour, Nationwide, expect a nationwide alert text. Oh boy. Hey, what does that mean? Appreciate you, fam. Killed work, Alexis. I admire your growth. I've been watching. See, I've been telling y'all, man. You'll just focus on you, and other people will notice. Like, all this attention people want, like, you'll get it. You just gotta post. Just be you. We are at that previous day low demand, so expecting buyers to pop up short term. Again, you could still get a breakdown of this, don't get me wrong. They could reject this right here, range trade, then bring us down under it. It just might take a little bit longer. For any of you guys who are looking for new lows to be made, I know there's some of you out there who are and you just aren't saying it. It's okay. But that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for new lows, you have to see a good rejection of this, or the previous day close, or the previous day open, which we got that one already. Haven't gotten this one yet. Haven't gotten this one yet. I just wanted to go over that, because I know some of you guys are in put, some of you guys are looking to get in calls, some of you guys are just chilling. So I'm trying to just point out every scenario here. The fear and greed index is currently at extreme fear now. It's at 20 officially, which is pretty important. No way, guys. Check this out. SpaceX has submitted a new request to the FCC to conduct tests that could pave the way for space-based phone calls and text messaging. The request comes as part of their partnership with T-Mobile to provide satellite to cellular connectivity. That is nuts. They're hitting the bid on that one. Sheesh. Apple's a big reason why. Microsoft also helping out. So you got your king and queen of the market moving up at the same time. That is giving you an extra boost. Nvidia also getting a nice positioned buy, which isn't the biggest of weights, but still very, very important. It's not as big as Apple, Microsoft, but still very important in that tech sector. You can see the semiconductors filled their overnight gap, hitting the bid now. The question is, will this remain? Amazon also getting a nice move off of that support at 126.20s. Tesla just hit that next level above. Very massive move on Tesla. I gotta screenshot that one. King of the market. Google is popping. Golden Pocket. Evis just said popped. So you guys should see a nice bid movement here for SPY to the upside. Every sector in participation, including healthcare. So keep that in mind. Everything is moving. It's not just one sector or one stock. Looks like positional buying, hitting that previous day low demand. Now, will we all answer me this, guys? And I want to hear some honest answers. Will we always see a reaction like this when we hit a previous day low demand? Answer that one honestly. Good job, Mel. Morning, busy today, probably sitting cash, had to hop in and you're my like. Oh, and give my like. Have a good day. You too, Matthew. Thank you, man. That means a lot. Appreciate you. Good update, Mel. I like that you're giving yourself kind of like an update to yourself for awareness. I like that. It's like, hey, this is what's in front of me. Listen. Wow, SPX almost touched demand, then rocketed. They did touch demand. Oh, you said SPX. My bad. I didn't check SPX. They pretty much did. I kind of drew this a little loosely, but they were pretty much there. No, exactly. Great answer, guys. Exactly. No, we will not always react like this. There are times where we break it, retest it, move under it. There are times where you get a smaller reaction than this. So, again, these are just high probability areas to look for buyers. It doesn't mean there's always going to be buyers there. Great answer, guys. I'm glad to see you guys answer that one correctly. Taylor said 422.29 is the top. Exactly. Benny got it. Obviously not, but it's high probability. Dan got it as well. No, sometimes it can float. Exactly. That's what I wanted you guys to know. Same thing with supply. You know, will we always have a huge seller reaction from supply every single time? No. It's just high probability. And that's why we look for those patterns with positioning. You look for different pieces of information with positioning. Because it just adds so much more to your trade. It gives you so much more of an advantage. Apple is still going. Holy. Okay, they did stop from that. Because when I stopped here, it was 0.33%. And then it hit 0.55% within like seconds. So it was massive. Microsoft about to try to pop a new high of day. That's pretty big for the tech sector. Nvidia still trying to go as well. AMD making a new high of day. That is very big. They held on to that 100.50 area. It's funny too, because all they did was get back to where they fell from. They still haven't really retaken anything. Kind of slowly taking over today's open, but nothing big besides that. Amazon's at high of day. Tesla made a new high of day. They passed the 254 mark after holding 250 after the first 5 and 10 minutes. Google's still chilling around high of day. Meta popped a new high of day. They had a low and then a higher low above that 300 mark. Very big psychological level. Tech needs to pop that new high or they're going to have some troubles here. That's your Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia sector. Healthcare here. Got the bid. They participated in this recent move, but again, their ultimate level is going to be that low right there. And then where's our previous day close? Way up. Oh, right here. I'm blind. So I'd say 127.50 down to here is pretty important for that chart. Banks also just kind of hanging on to their recent low. Discretionary is in the exact same seat as tech. They have that high of day right there. So either look for a slowdown and then a pop over it, or they're going to just reject. Buyers seem to be stepping in further. They are taking it over 422.29. See if they hold that or not. But nice move again. No retest in sight so far. The low of day. That was the retest. Good morning, Timmy. Glad to see you, man. Timmy. All you've missed is we got a little bit of a higher open. They moved up to the pre-market high, rejected, made a lower high right under that at 422.90s, pulled back with the news coming out right at the 9 o'clock mark. They made a lower high from that, retested, broke back under previous day close, made it down to the previous day low demand on SPY, and now we're getting a little bit of a reaction from that previous day low demand. We're looking to see, do they just pump this? Are they going to start settling here? What's up? But bigger news coming out for the last 2 days of the market, so not going to be surprised by all this. I missed yesterday. I'm pretty upset with myself, and I slept in again today. You missed yesterday. What do you mean? And I slept in again today. Don't sleep in, man. Get you some rest tonight, man. Go to bed early. You can be a bitch. I know. It's hard to go to bed on time. I can definitely agree with that one. You were asleep till like 1? Jesus. Well, I guess if you had a good reason, it's okay. My bad, guys. I had to use the bathroom. I was not feeling good. Excuse me. But since that rejection, we've made it all the way back down to square one again. Right now, after this lower high, you're looking to see, do we make a new low of day? This is a true break of structure if this breaks. Right now, all you have is just a good rejection from a good area, but we're still in range. So apologies for not being here during that larger pullback. But good job, Mel. I was also in. I tagged you and Lee landed my trade. Feels just like yesterday. Like it's the exact same trade almost. For anybody who doesn't know, yesterday and starting this week and from now on, Tuesdays are going to be unlisted private streams for people who are YouTube members of the stream and people who are members of my Discord. So I will be linking unlisted links on Tuesdays for the live trading streams. Yesterday we made a little over 500. We had Amazon puts from the night before. We called out 2 trades, then we got into a third. Made a little bit over, I think just under 100, so I had about a $500 day, and then everybody else was just having fun. We had a bunch of trade ideas posted, all that good stuff. Not really signals. I don't want to kind of lead you into thinking it was signal related, but I was calling out trade ideas to the cent, and a lot of people in chat were updating as well. But yesterday was amazing because, like Creator, Noxta, like everybody in chat was posting that same fib. And it was just like a moment of success for me. It was like, yes, everybody's seeing the same thing for the same reason at the same second. Everybody was taking the same trade. It was so beautiful. Good job, Mel. For your put trade that you had right now, can you do a review? Yeah, no problem. Let me pull up my time so I can give you exact moments. So the main reason, though, Deuce, was I like this rejection. I like this rejection here. So I entered towards the second half of this candle. I entered 5 same day, I think it was 4200s. Let me see. Yeah, same day 4200s, which I was just going until I saw a strike that was really, I was looking at the cost and the delta. I saw the delta on my 4200s were about 0.12 at the time, which isn't that high. I would rather it be like 0.15, but it was like 0.128, so pretty close. So I was okay with that, and the cost was like 200 something, so it wasn't super expensive per. It was 210. So I got 5, sold 3 at 275, 1 at 295, and the last at 330. That was basically as it was making its dip. But let's go circle the timestamps, and you can see the exact trade itself. So bought 5 at 943. That would be that hammer there. I entered, everything I did was on the 5-minute. And when I walked away, I just basically stared at my phone because I needed to go to the bathroom really bad. So that was entry 946. Sold 3 here on this dump, and because I saw the break of structure, I didn't have any break of structure yet here, so I needed to sell on that one. Then we sold 1 of the last 2. No, I sold both at this low right here. I sold 1 towards the beginning of this candle, 1 at the end of that candle. IV is stretching at that point, which is good for me because as it's making new lows, that means it basically doesn't know how valuable that contract is, so it'll just keep going to a higher number until this finally stops, basically. So that's why I was scaling out. So it looks like it only made 1 more fresh low after I sold, which is totally fine with me. And that's what this looks like on the 5-minute chart. So you can see it was all within 1 candle. But Deuce, hopefully that helped you out. Let's see if the flush continues. Does the bearish sentiment on the day continue and new lows are made, or do we just get boring and see some sideways action? What do you guys think here in the stream? Let me see what you guys are saying. Did it with you? Good stuff, Mel. Yeah, Mel, I knew you saw it. I never have to worry about you. That's why I tagged you in Leland, because I was like, well, if anybody's in this without me saying it, it'd be one of these 2 people. Not discrediting anybody, I just know you guys really well. Mel, me, and Leland like to trade the exact same setup. Now, the question remains, will we stay on the same setup? That's when we kind of start collecting losses, is when we stop trading like ourselves, when we grab too many contracts, when we grab an entry that makes no sense, that we don't practice, you know, that's when you can tell we're not ourselves, you know, so it's really good. And Mel, you had a really good day yesterday, man, and you're having a really good day so far today, considering we're still in range. This is pre-market high, this is yesterday's low. We've not made it out of anywhere, so you're doing really good today again. I'm really proud of you. Yeah, Leland is better, I agree with you. See, even me and Mel, after working together more and working with Leland more, we just know. Leland has that confidence, but it's only because of what, Mel? Why is Leland better than you and me? It's not because he was born different. It isn't because of the color of his hair, the color of his eyes, or the color of his skin. Why is he better than us? Why is that, Mel? Tell everybody in here why. Because it's an earned reason. But tell everybody why, Mel. It's also a big reason why Mel has grown exponentially in a short period of time. The exact same reason. Or I'm going to go ahead and say it, Mel, since you're not going to answer. But the answer is practice. That's all it is. It's reps. Reps. More practice. He's focused on it more. He's limited himself to it more, which again, in turn, creates more discipline, creating great habits. So it has nothing to do with, oh, this person's better than me or that. No, it's just facts. They've just practiced better. They've practiced more. That's all it is. Oh, here we go, Dan. Everybody drop the Allen Iverson meme now. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Practice? Talking about practice. Chief, please remind me if what I posted in post chart should have been posted in results and review. I'm sure you're fine. Let's look. Let's see what you did. I mean, I guess you could put it in either. That's not really a... So, this is the rules behind, like... Here's just, like, a general rule of thumb. Like, if you're going to post a trade review, it needs to go in here. But if you post it in here, I mean, I'm not going to cry. It's literally called post charts, and what you're doing is posting a chart. So, I mean, I'm not going to cry about it. So, if you want to post a more loosely trade review, I guess, you can post it in there. But, yeah. Wait, I got to go to Misi. She said she took the same trade as me. Oh, she did. The literal exact same candle. And she exited at the end of that candle, kind of going into the beginning of that candle. Beautiful. Good job, Misi. Where's the super reactions at? Where's my moving flame? There it is. You deserve that. Good job, Misi. I'm very proud of you. One of the people I've also worked with a little bit closer over time. Super cool person. Grinds, focuses, gets a lot of reps. All credit to you, Misi. Very, very happy for you. I swear if I see one of you type 69% entry again, I'm going to lose my mind. Where is the top? Okay, here it is. I was like, Jesus. So many of you. I forgot to post this yesterday. I was being super picky on my entries, causing me not to enter at all and miss plays. This is just overlooking, to be honest. I see why you think that you should buy here, but it's like opposite thinking, to be honest. If you, I don't know if you were in that live stream or not yesterday, but that was literally where I was entering puts. I entered puts on this candle. I see what you're going for, though. I could see you're not crazy. I could understand why you would want that. Just don't, you can't bet against the trend, because you're basically betting on it going and smacking it. It doesn't have to do any of that. It doesn't have to. It already broke under, so technically the wicks here too already did that, so it doesn't technically have to do it at all. But I see why you think that, though. You're not crazy. I like his reasoning too. He said might have been super picky on his entries, causing him not to enter at all and miss plays. So I like that he was kind of self-aware about himself. Good job, Mel. That was your first trades. Got out below a close of 9 EMA, had a previous loss on Lee test. This is also right before news, so be very careful. Make sure to remind yourself of news. If you're ever in my streams, I always make sure to go over what's the news for the day. And the night before, I always cover what's the news. just because I hate, I hate waking up and seeing that stuff. I hate waking up and you go to take a good trade that you see, and then something big happens, and you're like, what the heck? Was there news? What? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Good job, Deep. Looks like he was a seller at the highs and took profits with the news. Oh, no, he was a... Oh, wow, he got a really nice move on tech before the news came out. Good job. Ah, good job. Yeah, okay, so this is a great one, Deuce. Good reviews on that one, but this is probably my favorite one. Not because you won, because it makes sense. So you said mental puts on 40% entry. So in my head, I'm like, all right, whatever he did then, it's breaking a level, and whatever the next level is needs to be his exit. Whatever it is, I don't care what it is, how far it is. And then you click on his picture, and it's the very next level. So he entered, exited. That's it. Bam. And that's why it's called the 40% entry, because it isn't the greatest amount of confidence. The trade makes sense because it's a break of something, but you understand that it's risky because we know that flushes don't just always happen in one candle like that. But great review, Deuce. I like that you were aware of that. Bought puts under this level. I've got pretty late fill, saw 20%. He said, hey guys, if you didn't know, you don't have to be in a trade or even a trade if you don't like it. I like that. I've noticed sometimes I have a hard time holding to a target, but I feel like it may be because I'm risking too much, still too many emotions. Oh, username posted. We'll get to that one. More mental puts like the retest of the 9 EMA and close back. Hold up. All right, we're just still holding previous day lows, so buyers are most likely in control still, at least intraday wise. You're still looking for a break of previous day lows, but buyers showed up. More mental puts like the retest of the 9 EMA and the close back below previous day close. So he took his 40% entry here, and now he's looking at a different one. Yeah, that is a good 80%, because if you go from here to here, that is a good retest. But honestly, entry should have been like kind of up here, not on the new break. But I guess that's good too. Can't beat that up, because it's like the retest, then you get the new low. So I could see that is a lot of confidence. And you did get one flush initially. Came back up, broke over the 9. Okay, we had good reason for exiting. Played Tesla both ways this AM. I mean, I think some of you guys too, if you guys would focus on the levels. I'm not saying just use my levels, because I don't want you to do that, but I mean, this was a clear level of demand right here. I'm not trying to like sound like a dick, but definitely a clear level of, support there. Played Tesla both ways. I just sounded like Mike Tyson. Make him kith. Played Tesla both ways this AM. Initial trade was calls to the upside with the initial breakout of the inside bar, which blew through 250 level. Saw weakness at 253 level, as well as SPY wasn't making a new high, so decided to secure gains. Started watching SPY once it broke down under 422.30. Gave me confidence to take puts on Tesla with buyers stepping in. Circled volume to the golden pocket of the initial push up from the open. Back-to-back winners, minimal gains, but reps and visualizing the process. That's what I love to fucking read, man. Good stuff, React. Very risky. Good job taking profits. Using he had volume confirmation too. So that's good. Rising. That's significant too, because like it's not just like, oh, it's not just not pushing a new highs. It's also making the lowest close it's made so far, and you had rising volume. So I like that. And then took profit without being greedy. Good job, React. Again, a great example of how to not be greedy. Just getting out at the first target. That's exactly what I preach. Again, get in, get out. Focus on that. Then from there, you can move on. Let's see Mel's. Oh, Mel took the same trade, and it looks like he took another one down here on the second breakdown as well. Good job, Mel. Both of his trades kicking ass. Misi, good job. We already talked about that one. And here's username. Finally, we got to it. It's funny, like, Mel's just taking the same trade over and over and over again. It's the same trade over and over and over again. Good job, Mel. Keep focusing on that. No new stuff. We don't touch things we haven't practiced, right? Tesla for 25%. 30-minute time frame 3-bar play aligns with the 1-minute time frame consolidation. If you guys know username, you know this trade review is about to be amazing. 1 minute has a hard resistance at 253.30, then a series of lower highs and higher lows before she popped. Now we're basing over that level. See if we can turn that into resistance, break to support. So far we haven't touched it yet on a retest. Still riding the 90 MA on the 5-minute as well. So he's looking for more confirmations, more continuation. Sand dollar, big boy gains right there. I think he's just updating this actually. Okay. All right, back to watching this. Ugh, that was a lot of talking, but I wanted to read through those. I like to put you guys on. Yeah, I gotta watch it, Dondu. To him looking like Jesus, I just saw what you said, Bob. I try and do this more post results. No, you're good, Sandal. You do whatever you want to, man. Honestly, I'm trying to be more laid back with you guys on posting. I just don't want people posting too much in the wrong channels or too many GIFs or too many emojis or too many this, because then it's just hard to get through the chat, you know? So treat the channel as you would want to see it, and hopefully everyone else does the same. Misi is a badass. I agree. Good cut, Florida. He said, small green today, gave back some profits, not giving any more back. I'm done. Get green and go home. Good luck, everyone. Good luck to you as well, Florida Trader. Thank you for tuning in, and I love the insight. I'm glad to see some of that discipline. Regardless of green or red, you're holding through strong, man. I like that. Just an updated with typing on the Chartimus Maximus. At a low fib, and I don't see the reward, so just watching. That's what Mel said. He's just going to be watching because he doesn't see a great reward here. Kind of had this pop up. They rejected. Flushed. Go from this pop up. They didn't reject. They held over in one candle. They made it up to the next level. Nothing new. Go from this one to this one. Well, actually, go to the low. They're just now getting to the halfway point. So you could be getting another trade that pops up like this. You just need to look for a seller candle. But since it's already happened 1, 2, 3 times... probably smart, like Mel said, to just wait for better risk reward. Again, because you can't just keep taking the same trade. They are going to fake you out initially or over time. They are going to do it eventually. This was a good stream today so far. I know we didn't move too much in the markets, but I mean, updates-wise, a lot of your messages, a lot of y'all's questions today, a lot of the engagement from you guys today, amazing. I mean, I know that, again, I know the weights didn't move too crazily today. I know that's probably going to annoy some of you, but you can't lie. Today was definitely needed after some of the movement so far. Now we have kind of a more boring morning, and now this can lead towards lunchtime movement, power hour movement, so I wouldn't sell today away, guys. There can still be amazing movement today. Just understand that we are on bigger time frames. We're approaching a pretty big area underneath. We just came back from an area well above us, right? Up in the 440s. 433.30 was our latest breakdown, but overall, we've made it all the way down to 420. You guys realize it wasn't that long ago we hit 460? We pretty much have dropped $40. That is crazy. We've already made a very, very nice pullback. Everyone's been preaching for a pullback, and then we get another 4% drop over the last few weeks. We're down about 8 to almost 9% from our highs. So we have pulled back a very exponential amount. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. But guys, how's the stream? How are you guys enjoying the stream today? How was the updates? How are y'all feeling today? How was your trading personally? I thank you guys again for getting me over 55 likes on the stream. We had almost 200 people join in here. I think we had a little over 90 people in here at one point. That was crazy. Very, very big turnout today. So glad to see a lot of everybody tuning in and helping each other out, engaging, all that good stuff. But how's the stream and how are you guys doing? Make sure to make sure your stream is live as well. Look at that, Sandler. You and Booty take the same trade. Good job. That's another cool thing about our community is like you go post your trade review and then it's like 3 or 4 people will pop up and be like, I took the same exact trade. It's like it just feels so good because now you're like, okay, I'm not crazy. I was taking something that looked really good. I wasn't just getting super excited. Alright, time to go see how some of my premium trade ideas did. I doubt they did that good. I said a hold of 170.30 to 170.70s can be bullish. We didn't even get that test today because we had a lower open and then they pumped it within 5 minutes. I said a break over previous day open and previous day close area towards previous day highs. Here's your previous day close, previous day opens right here, so this yellow area. That did work out. They did smack your pre-market highs. I just don't see how you would have taken that unless you somehow caught this before this candle popped up. But I would have called you a maniac for entering here, but I would have understood why. So that'd be the only way you would have caught that trade idea. And that's a big thing with my trade ideas when I post them. When I go over my reviews of them, I don't give unrealistic expectations. I don't do that hindsight crap. If I see an entry point that makes sense, I'll go over it. If I see something that makes sense but there was some technical issues with it, I'll go over it. If I see something that's just pure shit and it would be like pure hindsight thinking, we're not even going to go over it because that's not going to help us. We're not going to sit here and go, oh, imagine if you took puts here and you took 432 puts and you were up 6,000%. Well, that's not going to help you. I'm sorry. I don't care if you're interested or curious about seeing the math behind things. That's not going to help you. But NVIDIA also faked out above 438, 439s. Then we had the news come out. They broke down from it. One of the plans on NVIDIA was looking for rejections, basically, or watching to see if they hold the 2-day ago low. As you can see, we have a yellow area here on NVIDIA and a yellow area here on Apple. These are the 2-day ago lows, both popping up on tech charts, both very important recent price action areas to look out for. And the last trade idea I posted, which again, as you can see, none of them have worked so far today with the news and a lot of our ranging so far, was AMD, which this one has actually worked out the best out of the 3. Basically looking for the same thing with the 2-day ago lows and the previous day low demand, or looking for breaks over 100 and 100.50, which you can see they had a open and a hold over 100.50. So this was the only one I think I liked out of my 3 trade ideas I posted last night. Again, not being able to readjust into the morning, besides of course seeing that we were getting a higher open or lower open on different tech stocks. Again, on Apple lower, NVIDIA, AMD slightly higher. Those were the 3 trade ideas I posted last night. Nothing crazy about them. SPY pump out of almost nowhere. We'll see if this is going to follow the trend. As you can see, we have our high, a lower high, a lower high. Will this be the first one to not become a lower high? We'll see. They seem to be breaking over this lower high right here. Can they work over this one? Can we slowly work to the right, build over these right here? We'll see. Oops. But guys, I think I'm gonna end the stream there. Honestly, I'm pretty chill. A lot of you guys already took some of your trades. I'm gonna go into the Discord, just drop some charts every now and then, watch some of the people's updates, work with a couple people. But guys, I have a huge idea coming out. So we had the trading seminar planned, and I have it all worked up and stuff. But then I had an even greater idea. I feel like we should just do a interactive course kind of meetup. Would you guys want to do that? It'd be over the course of like 2-3 different days. I have it set up to where we'll go over like a couple sections at a time together, and then I'll give you guys like some homework or one of the quizzes or something at the end. But I want to go through the course with you guys, and I want you guys to be the ones answering the questions, and I'll kind of edit along the way to kind of optimize, kind of keep you in the lane. But let me know if that would be cool, if that would be something you'd want to be a part of. I'll set up a date, and then we'll set it up for just members. I don't want to set it up for people who don't have the course, of course, so you have to be a member to be a part of this. So make sure you're a YouTube member or a Discord member. But I want to go through the course with everybody and have an actual interactive series about going over it with you. Kind of had that idea when I did the this last Sunday's video. If you caught my latest video in the member section on YouTube or in my Discord chat, my latest video is me not just making the PDF, but recording myself doing it all. So that was all there, but that kind of gave me the idea of let's do an interactive course together. That'd be really cool. So instead of just saying, did you guys complete the course? Who has the course? Blah, blah, blah. Let's actually go through it together. I think that would be very productive. Maybe optimize it for a few people. And maybe just reiterate a couple of things. You know, maybe that's just going to be a light bulb moment for some people. We'll see. But I think it's a great idea. I think we should do it. I just think we need to set up a really, really good date to where, you know, maybe there's like a holiday or something, and then we kind of prepare around that. So aim for whatever next holiday is coming up for a course, interactive course, meetup or whatever. It'll probably be over the course of at least 2 days, so we'll have to set that up correctly. But I want to get that going, and I want to do that together. I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, I am going to end the stream there, though. Thank you guys again. Make sure at the end of the day that you guys look around for my chart link. I update SPY and SPX every day, every single day. Even when I don't stream, I update it. So make sure to look around for that. But basically today on SPX, you saw a low and a higher low build up. So that was a good move for them after the rejection after news. We had really good test of demand, though. And this is what I said at the beginning of the stream. I said I don't want to just see a single touch of this if we do get a break towards it. I want to see a good actual test of it multiple times to show, hey, we held it as support. So now we know that it's support now. We know that this is still demand. So let's say tomorrow we get a lower open and we're chilling here again. What are we going to be looking under for a break below? If we were to open lower and we're back to where we were as our lows today, what are we going to be looking for a break below? Exactly, the previous day low demand, because it's right there, clear as day. So it gives us a very easy plan. So it might be annoying to you now if you're someone who is looking for new lows, or if you were wanting more movement out of the range right here, right now. But this is amazing for future opportunities. So do never overlook that aspect ever. But I appreciate you guys tuning into the stream. We had almost 200 people in here. We had over 60 likes. At one point, we had 90 people in here. That is just mind-blowing. I don't even know how we got that many people. But thank you guys again. I can't ever thank you guys enough. I really do love each and every one of you. And I hope to see you guys typing and updating in the Discord. I've been seeing a lot of growth on many people's parts, and I'm very happy about that. But I'll see you guys in there, and thank you guys again for another great stream. Catch me tomorrow. I'll let you guys know if we're doing a stream tomorrow or not, but we are 100% doing a full day Friday, so definitely don't sleep on that. But we'll see if we're doing one tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. Look around for the chart links. Look around for the updates. I'll see you guys later on. Thank you guys again.